I don't know, the camera hasn't been moving around much apparently. We only have it on one camera, so I'm going to do a modification of the position, and I'm going to just move it like so. Wait a minute, that wasn't the camera that it's looking through. That's okay. There we go. All rightius. Okay. And so, welcome, YouTube viewers. And we're going to be playing with that system a bit here. And now we're going to go up here and we're going to get the Facebook up and going. This is the voice of San Joaquin.org coming to you over TuneIn, among other streams, and live currently on YouTube. And, there's the billboard. And with that, I can do a deletion. And now, to put up the title, I need both hands. The Sunday Evening Islam Show. And now we go down a line. And we can do, oh, good deletion there, bingo. And put up host. Rycott. Slezak. And can go down here to start broadcast. Bam. Gonna turn up the lights in here. Overture. Turn the lights. This is it. We'll hit the heights. And oh, what heights we'll hit. On with the show. This is it. All right. Oh, my. That wasn't sung, it was said, so let me get back over here and whoops. We're going to get the audition going here momentarily and get our show on the road. Oh boy, don't want to stay untangled. Okay. We're heading over to the audition computer, and we got to do a little deletion on that. And now for show title. 2020-01 dash 26 colon Sunday Evening Islam Show. All right. We have, looks to be 6:43 p.m. Good time to get started. And 3, 2, 1. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Listeners of live and recorded radio here at the Voice of Stockton. And let me bring the gain up on the microphone. It doesn't seem, oh my, to be picking up too well on the audition. So we're going to be rolling a show anyways. So this is the voice of San Joaquin, and we have 6:44 p.m. It is January 26th, 2020. And I'm going to move over to the big desk and adjust the camera for Facebook and YouTube viewers. All righty. Commencing movement in the studio. And I'm going to swing the camera that way. And bring over a seat. And get started with the show for this evening. Oh my. Alrighty, here we go. We're going back to the Bukhari, Al-Sahih Bukhari Hadith Sunnah collection. Going to be starting a new book to us, book 58, and this has the subjects brought forth in it are of a governing nature, and so it's one of the books compiled of words and actions of Muhammad ibn Abdullah. Later in his life, he lived 62 years from 570 to 632 on our calendar, and our calendar is solar. The Islamic calendar is lunar without a leap month. And so, oh my, about every third or fourth year, it's from the Judaic, an extra month is added. You'll have a year with 13 months. Well, that's to correct for the differences between the lunar and the solar. So months reflect the seasons over time. And my computer, well, come here. All righty, warm up, beast. Warm up, electronic assistant. And all righty. Time to enter the password. And now just I got it downloaded from the House of Islam.org a few years back, and it's the entire Al-Sahih Bukhari Hadith Sunnah collection, 93 books, 1,700 pages. Some would say, well, send them a few bucks, Slezak, you know, that's, I have yet to. But they were, hey, they weren't hiding it. So this is to be known to the general population, and you might agree with all of it, some of it. Kind of alarming if you disagree with all of it. So let me scroll my mouse about and get this, draw the information Yeah, there it is. Yeah. 6/12/2017. It's when I dropped it. It's a PDF file of 5 million, just 5 million bytes. But, you know, it's the printed word, so it's not like the, you know, movies and radio shows and such like, which actually take far more bytes. Oh, I know what I should do. Alrighty. Yes, this is the voice of San Joaquin. It's the Sunday evening Islam show for January 26, 2020. And we've been running for a few minutes. The Sahih Bukhari. Now, the translator is M. Muhsin Khan. He's popular. I have an abridged, or it's selected. It's not all, but it's a sizable book. It's about yay thick. Of the, not all the Sunnah and Hadith, but about a third, the major ones. I bought it, well, I needed to get it ordered through a local bookstore, and so having this available, this is the full Mali. And now the Sahih Bukhari is a collection of sayings and deeds of Prophet Muhammad, and it's also known as the Sunnah. The report of the Prophet's sayings and deeds are called Ahadith. Bukhari lived a couple of centuries after the Muhammad's death. See, I'm a Christian, and so I don't call him prophet. Muhammad ibn Abdullah, Muhammad the son of Abdullah, was the man's name. And that's how I refer to him. Don't call him a prophet unless you're a Muslim, but don't call him by, it is proper to call him by his name, Muhammad ibn Abdullah. He lived a couple of centuries after Muhammad and worked extremely hard to collect his ahadith. He collected 500,000 before editing down. Each report in his collection was checked for compatibility with the Quran, part of the editing, and the veracity of the chain reporters had to be painstakingly established. That got it down to about 1% of them, 10,000 or so. 2%. Bukhari's collection is recognized by the overwhelming majority of the Muslim world to be one of the most authentic collections of the Sunnah of Muhammad. His full name, Abu Abdullah Muhammad bin Ismail bin Ibrahim bin al-Mughariya al-Jafe, was born in 194 AH and died in 256 AH. After Hijrah. His collection of hadith is considered second to none. He spent 16 years compiling it. Now there's 9,082 with repetition. That is, the repetition is caused by the chain of reporters were different. Could be the same thing, but if it had 4 chain of reporters, that's all 4 are reported. And that ends up with the repetition. That's 2,602 without repetition. His criteria for acceptance into the collection were amongst the most stringent of all the scholars of Ahadith. There's others. It's important to realize, however, Bukhari's collection is not complete. There are other scholars who worked as Bukhari did and collected other authentic reports. And we'll get to those over time. All righty. We're doing book 58. And yeah, it's about time that Abu get Abdullah Muhammad bin Ismail bin Ibrahim bin al Mughariya al Jafai. Collection. Alrighty. Gonna have to scroll quite a ways in. This'll take a minute. Because it's there's book 48. Book 53. Book 56. Ooh, volume 5. Is this book 57? Okay, we're at 851. Oh, book 58. Book 57 at 50. Oh my, scrolling and scrolling. Ooh, wow, that was a long one. Book 57, 51. Yeah, there was like a 2-page ahadith. And that's in book 57. We'll be getting to that later. And okay, I'm at 119. Oh, okay. Book 58. 58. Title is Merits of the Helpers in Madinah, Madinah, and we're at volume 5, number 120, indicating book 57. Book 57 is 1 through 119. And so this narrated by Galen Ben Jabrir, and we do have, looks to be 6:58 here at the Voice of San Joaquin. I ask honest, tell me about the name Al-Ansar. Did you call yourselves by it, or did Allah call you by it? He said, Allah called us by it. We used to visit Anas at Basra, and he used to narrate to us the virtues and deeds of the Ansar. And he used to address me or a person from the tribe of Al-Azd and say, your tribe did so-and-so on such and such day. Okay, number 120, Al-Azd tribe of Ansar praised all Ansar Allah gave name. Alrighty. On to 121. Narrated Asia. The day of Buwath, that is the day of fighting between the two tribes of the Ansar, the Aus and the Khazraj, was brought about by Allah for the good of his apostle, so that when Allah's apostle reached Medina, the tribes of Medina had already divided, and their chiefs had been killed and wounded, so Allah had brought about the battle for the good of his apostle in order that they, in other words, the Ansar, might embrace Islam. That's history right there. Aus and Khazraj were at war in, let me move my, in Medina, one chief killed, other chief wounded, Muhammad came, they embraced Islam. Alrighty, going, okay, we're at 7:03 p.m. You're at the Voice of San Joaquin. We're at number 122 of Volume 5. That's in Book 58 of the Al-Sahih Bukhari Hadith Sunnah collection. Narrated Anas, on the day of the conquest of Mecca, when the Prophet had given from the booty, the Quraysh and the Ansar said, "By Allah, this is indeed very strange. While our swords are still dribbling with the blood of the Quraysh, our war booty are distributed amongst them." When this news reached the Prophet, he called the Ansar and said, "What is this news that has reached me from you?" They used not to tell lies, so they replied, "What has reached you is true." He said, "Doesn't it please you that the people take the booty to their homes and you take Allah's apostle to your homes? If the Ansar took their way through a valley or a mountain pass, I would take the Ansar's valley or a mountain pass." Mecca fell, Quraish, Quraysh convert, Quraysh, converted, Quraysh got war booty. Ansar had killed Quraysh and only got Mohammed. Alrighty. Onward we go to 123, and we're on page 854. Narrated Abu Huraira, the Prophet or Abul Qasim said, "If the Ansar took their way through a valley or a mountain pass, I would take the Ansar's valley. But for the migration, I would have been one of the Ansar." Abu Huraira used to say, "The Prophet is not unjust by saying so. May my parents be sacrificed for him, for the Ansar sheltered and helped him," or said a similar sentence. Okay, the Ansar, they sheltered and helped Mohammed. Mohammed goes with Ansar. To them was his first allegiance. 124, coming right up. It's about a 10 line hadith. Narrated Saad's father. When the immigrants reached Medina, Allah's apostle established the bond of fraternity between Abdur Rahman and Saad bin Rabi. Saad said to Abdur Rahman, "I am the richest of all the Ansar, so I want to divide my property between us. And I have 2 wives, so see which of the 2 you like and tell me, so that I may divorce her, and when she finishes her prescribed period, in other words, Ida, IDDA, of divorce, then marry her. Abdur Rahman said, "May Allah bless your family and property for you. Where is your market?" So they showed him the Kanuka market. He went there and returned with a profit in the form of dried yogurt and butter. He continued going to the market till one day he came, bearing the traces of yellow scent. The Prophet asked, "What is this scent?" He replied, "I got married." The Prophet asked, "How much more did you give her?" He replied, "I gave her a date stone of gold, or a gold piece equal to the weight of a date stone." The narrator, Ibrahim, is in doubt as to which is correct. So this is okay, Abdur Rahman. Okay, it was Saad bin Arabi, an immigrant paired with Abdur Rahman Abdur shares land and wife with Saad. Saad prospers and marries and dowry is gold stone equal size to date stone or slash pit. Alrighty-us. This is page 1. And looks to be 7:12 p.m. here at the Voice of Stockton, the Voice of San Joaquin. This is the January 26th, 2020 Sunday Night Islam show. I'm your host, Richard Slezak. We are in the Bukhari Ahadith book 58, and we're on page 355. 855, excuse me. And we're doing number 125. Scroll down the page here a bit. It looks like a 10 line. Narrated at Anas, when Abdurrahman bin Auf came to us, Allah's apostle made a bond of fraternity between him and Saad bin Arabi, who was a rich man. Saad said, the Ansar know that I am the richest of them, so I will divide my property into 2 parts between me and you, and I have 2 wives. See which of the 2 you like, so that I may divorce her, and you can marry her after she becomes lawful to you by her passing the prescribed period, the Ida of divorce. Abdur Rahman said, may Allah bless you, your family, your wives for you. But Abdur Rahman went to the market and did not return on that day except with some gain of dried yogurt and butter. He went on trading just a few days till he came to Allah's apostle, bearing the traces of yellow scent over his clothes. Allah's apostle asked him, what is this scent? He replied, I have married a woman from the Ansar. Allah's apostle asked, how much mar have you given? He said, a date stone weight of gold, or a golden date stone. The Prophet said, arrange a marriage banquet even with a sheep. So 125, similar to 124. Saad is Ansar, rich man, paired to Abdur Rahman and Abdur Rahman so Abdur goes to market, buys and trades, makes profit, marries a woman of the Ansar. Righty, going to 126. Well, it looks like it's actually 885. Narrated Abu Huraira, the Ansar said to the Prophet, please divide the date palm trees between us and them, in other words, the immigrants. The Prophet said, no. The Ansar said, let them, in other words, the immigrants, do the labor for us in the gardens and share the date fruits with us. The immigrants said, we accept this. 126. Ansar offered half of date palms to immigrants, immigrants turned that down. Immigrants did farm labor and got half the crops. All right. Number number 127. This is the Sunday Night Islam Show. I am Richard Slezak, your host. Oh, the audition is recording on both channels. Ooh, what was that? We had a poster up that just fell down. It was clipped on, nothing damaged. And looks to be 7:19 p.m. Alrighty, continuing. 127 is short. Narrated Al-Bara. I heard the Prophet saying, "None loves the Ansar but a believer, and none hates them but a hypocrite. So Allah will love him who loves them, and he will hate him who hates them." And put a dashed line. Ansar are loved by believers only. Ansar are hated by hypocrites. Allah, okay. Allah hates hypocrites. All right. Number 128. Ooh, it's just one line. Narrated Anas bin Malik, the Prophet said, "The sign of belief is to love the Ansar, and the sign of hypocrisy is to hate the Ansar." 128. Sign of belief. Love Ansar. The sign of hypocrisy. Hate Ansar. Alrighty. Number 129. 3 lines. Narrated Anas. Oh, greetings, YouTube and Facebook viewers. This is the Voice of San Joaquin Sunday Night Islam Show. We're in Book 58 of the Bukhari Hadith collection, known as the Traditions. And we have 7:23 p.m. here in the John Moriarty studio. Narrated Anas. The Prophet saw the woman and children of the Ansar coming forward. The sub-narrator said, "I think that Anas said they were returning from a wedding party. The Prophet stood up and said thrice, 'By Allah, you are from the most beloved people to me.'" And wedding party, women and children. Homeward bound Mohammed said they are the most beloved people to him. And that was page 2 of my notes. And let me take some papers apart here. Be with you. We're doing Islam. Just taking it all. And we've, citizens might have heard a few things. Gee, is that in the Quran? No, it's in the traditions. So here are the traditions. They're 3 times longer than the Quran. Okay, that's right. There's a, well, we just had an example of repetition. And this is the voice of San Joaquin. And Islam Show. Bukhari 58. And number 130. Looks to be 7:26 p.m. Narrated Anas bin Malik, once the Ansari woman accompanied by a son of hers came to Allah's apostle spoke to her and said twice, "By him in whose hand my life is, you are the most beloved people to me." Yeah. Ansari woman accompanied by her son went to Muhammad who called them his most beloved people. All right. Go on to 131. And we're on page 886. Narrated Zayn bin al-Arqam. The Ansar said, "O Allah's apostle, every prophet has his own followers, and we have followed you. So you will invoke Allah to let our followers be considered from us as Ansar too." So he invoked Allah accordingly. All right. Muhammad invoked Allah to make Muhammad's followers from Ansar. Number 132, narrated Abu Hamza. A man from the Ansar said, "Every nation has followers, and, O Prophet, we have followed you. So invoke Allah to let our followers be considered from us as Ansar like ourselves." So the Prophet said, "O Allah, let their followers be considered as Ansar like themselves." The Ansar's followers are Ansars too. Number 133, narrated Abu Usaid, the Prophet said, "The best of the Ansar's families' homes are those of Banu an Najjar, and then those of Banu Abdal Ashbal, then those of Banu al-Harith bin al-Khazraj, and then those of Banu Sa'idah. Nevertheless, there is good in all the families' houses of the Ansar." On this, Sa'd bin Ubadah said, "I see the Prophet has preferred some people to us." Somebody said to him, "No, but he has given you superiority to many." Ooh, wow. Ansar families in rank order, their houses Banu an Najjar, Abdul Ashbal, all Harith bin al Khazraj, Banu Sa'idah, and Sa'd bin Ubadah, Ubada, Ubada, was given superiority to many. Superiority to many. Most interesting. Look to be having a 7:34 here at the Voice of San Joaquin. Let me check the board. Oh, my. 7:34. Yep, 7:34 it is. Systems are working. And number 134, there's one I did not check. Let me double check. Yeah, it's good to look at the screen over here for the video. Oh, there we go. And do I appear in there? Yes, there I am. All right, all right. Okay, 134, narrated Abu Usaid that he heard the Prophet saying, the best of the Ansar families' homes are the Banu an Najjar, Bani Abdul Ashbal, Banu al Harith, and Banu Seda. And that's similar to number 133. And get our dividing line. And number 135. It's about 3, 6, 8 lines. Narrated Abu Humaid, the Prophet said, the best of the Ansar families' homes are the families' homes of Banu an Najjar, and then that of Banu Abdul Ashbal, and then that of Banu al Harith, and then that of Banu Seda, and there is good in all the families, that is, homes of the Ansar. Said bin Ubadah followed us and said, O Abu Usaid, don't you see that the Prophet compared the Ansar and made us the last of them in superiority? Then Sa'd met the Prophet and said, O Allah's Apostle, in comparing the Ansar's families, their homes, as to the degree of superiority, you have made us the last of them. Allah's Apostle replied, isn't it sufficient that you were regarded amongst the best? And let's see, Sa'd bin Ubaidah regarded among the best and similar to 133 and 134. Alrighty, going on to 136. Narrated Usaid bin Hudair, a man from the Ansar, said, O Allah's Apostle, will you appoint me as you have appointed so-and-so? The Prophet said, after me you will see others given preference to you. So be patient till you meet me at the tank, in other words, the lake of Kauthor, on the day of resurrection. And that's number 136. And sorry, man, ask Mohammed for appointment to high office office as he had done so and so. Mohammed told him, be patient. Be patient until meeting at Lake of Kauthar on day of... Boy, here's some theology, folks. This isn't just governance. As a matter of fact, very little on governance here. Day of Resurrection. All righty, and this is page 3. A lot of notes. And plenty of note paper. And this is the voice of San Joaquin. It's the Sunday evening Islam show. January 26th, 2020. And Bukhari, book 58. And we're at number 137. And so that's 17 of them done this evening. Narrated Anas bin Malik, the Prophet said to the Ansar, after me you will see others given preference to you, so be patient till you meet me, and your promised place of meeting will be the tank, in other words, Lake of Kauthar. Yep, you will see others given preference to you. Be patient. And that's similar to 136. And number 138. Narrated Yahya bin Said that he heard Anas bin Malik when he went with him to Al-Walid, saying, once the Prophet called the Ansar in order to give them the territory of Bahrain. They said, no, unless you give to our immigrant brethren a similar share. On that he said, if you do not agree to it, then be patient till you meet me. For after me others will be given preference to you. And Ansari offered Bahrain Ansari wanted immigrants to get similar and Prophet gave preference to others. Similar, and that was turned down. Alrighty. Alrighty, we'll call it an evening. We do have 7:44 p.m., been going for our 1 hour. And so we covered from 120 to 138 here in Book 58. And that has been on the Ansari, and just had that, and they're special to Mohammed. And just let me get their merits of the helpers in Medina was the 120 was book. Yeah, it's Book 58. Merits of the Helpers in Medina. So that's what we've been starting on. Most beloved, that's been the been told. Alrighty, that's a wrap. Let me put this up. Alrighty-us. Let me at least tell you what I'm doing. And this is the voice of San Joaquin. This has been the Sunday Evening Islam Show. And for January 26th, Book 58, 120 through 138. And going up here to the Facebook and YouTube. Gonna check end our shows. Thanks for watching, YouTube viewers.